1.
Candy is really, when you think about candy, you know, and you take like M&Ms or some piece of candy, they're these little small pieces of candy. And in my past, I've always been part of a large platform or some large build. And we came to find the need for real-time communications was that candy and little elements make their products better. So you no longer want to leave one application. Let's say that you have a CRM system and you have a customer problem and you need to resolve it. You don't want to leave your CRM system and then go to some form of a video collaboration platform, find out who's available, get the right people to a meeting. You want to be right in context using our pieces of candy to see the presence of people online, get them into a video chat and resolve a problem in real time within your software. So candy was an important piece, that is little small pieces of candy that you embed in your software. We came to OSP because there's a lot of great vendors here, there's a lot of great customers here, and you really have to go to where the people are. So we travel around in a mobile RV that you're sitting in now, and we go to the customers, and this was a great place to go to a lot of customers at one time.
2.
You know, when you ask a large service provider who's your, like if I would go to a large tier 1 and I'd say, who's your largest, competitor? Would they say it would be another tier 1? Or maybe today they'd say, wow, it's Facebook, it's WeChat, it's Google, right? Competition is changing and it's all around you, right? So we have to service everybody. At the core, we really love developers. Developers change the world. They're able to do things today through code that make everything better. But there also has to be creative people too working with developers. But our 4 target markets are the service providers with white labeling Kandy, getting them into the market quickly so that they can compete in a marketplace with software vendors. I like to think of us as the Netflix model. When I log into Netflix, I go, wow, I pay my $11 a month and every day my value increases because there's new movies. It doesn't go stagnant. I don't log in Netflix every day and see the same movies. I'm hoping every week there's more movies and more new movies. But what makes Netflix unique is they also produce content. So if I white label Kandy to a large service provider, my first core audience, they can take my core services, log in every day and say, wow, Kandy's given us more value, but you know what, we're gonna produce House of Cards. And that's going to be our content where we're innovative and we can be disruptive and better than other people in the marketplace. So they just build on what we give them as a service and they can grow from there. My second core audience is, of course, enterprises, right? Everything happens in enterprises. I think SAP said it best though. It's no longer a B2C world or a B2B world. It's a consumer to business world. I look at my kids and how they use apps on the phone, right? They do everything on their phone and their smartphone. So what we need to do is we need to give rapid creation services for people to build an outcome that fits their needs. So Kandy allows service providers or enterprises to simply build whatever it is that they want to build for their client and have it up in days, minutes, or seconds, depending how big it is. So I've talked about developers, I've talked about service providers, I've talked about enterprises. I also think that we do very well with system integrators. At some point on a large implementation, system integrators are the ecosystem. I'm not a professional services company. I can help you get along, but I work with Deloitte, I work with Tech Mahindra, I work with Visicom, multiple ecosystem partners that have digital practices on Kandy that can help all my partners.
3.
Right? People think of innovation and disruption as the same thing. It's not. Innovation can be on a big end, a small end. Disruption's a low end, right? So something that is simple, easy, and lightweight to use. In the past, if you wanted to build a service for your community, let's say a large tier 1 service provider has this large community and they want to build a service, they would have an 18-month project to go off and identify a project, 2 years to build the project. They come to market hoping it would be working.
So speed.
Speed,
you're nimble.
velocity. Yes, and what we do is we have these little core elements in APIs, SDKs, and quick starts that let people just through Agile, through the ability to do things and fail fast, to try things out, test markets, and then succeed or fail and decide to go on without this huge expense of betting the farm. Right? And then the ecosystem is what really grows it. When you have large partners and other people that consume it,
Sure.
It becomes very viral. It's something we learned from the software companies.
4.
The applications that we see are everything from startup companies. We showed Skywriter today, a fantastic way for MDs to have people scribe. What they do, they see who's online, they click on it, and to 40% of their workday is built based on all this, on dictating everything they have to do, that they can do online now through seeing people that are present and ready to go. Companies like SAP that are building in real-time communications into their product, they have 25 million cloud customers that need real-time communications to be more productive. We have large service providers. We have a great customer in Australia that came out with an over-the-top solution for their local markets. They were able to build this in 60 days. I think it probably would have taken 10 days to build, but through regulatory procedures and some nuances,
sure.
It's 60. But you could never do anything in 60 days before for your local markets. So it's really advantageous now that we're actually bringing Silicon Valley and those type of services to large-scale providers to offer to their customers. And remember, it's consumer to business kind of partnership. And when they speak, we need to listen.
5,
So what we do is we take the Kandy mobile and we pull into a parking lot. My point is that when I go to a trade show, I can reach 5 to 10% possibly of a group. If I go Mobile World Congress, it's whoever can fly to Ibiza or wherever we're held, right? When I actually go, when you think about Kandy, developers can really transform. When your boss asks you for something, do you think he'd be more impressed if you brought him a PowerPoint or you brought him a solution? Today, one of our customers came in, a very large customer here in Denver, came in and we actually wrote to their API as a service, an SMS service, and we actually displayed it for them. We texted them all and they all came in droves to come see it. It was fantastic because I'm all about show, not tell. So what we do is we pull into a parking lot, we bring 4 food trucks, there's our little bribe, we get them out with some free food, and they all come, we run a hackathon, and we get them developing on Kandy. They come through our Kandy mobile. We have 11 demo stations, and they're like, wow, and everyone will have a different aha moment. Suddenly you'll see this, you'll go, wow, I was just talking about that the other day, or we could do this here. And when you think about innovation, it's really tangential, right? I've had success in life because I've come out of the financial markets, which is usually a leader, and I said, well, we went to black box trading and algorithms. How can I apply algorithms to other pieces of software to connect people? And you just take these tangential ideas and you bring them to other markets. Well, that's what happens when you bring the Kandy mobile to a parking lot, offer food, and you start getting not just the decision makers you're used to seeing, but you're getting everybody involved, and suddenly it becomes the talk. And even CEOs will come out of the office and say, all right, what's all this commotion in my parking lot? And it's been fantastic. Wow. So we're going back to a little guerrilla marketing.